Hi, Cyndee Haydon with the Sandbars to Sunsets team at Future Home Realty, bringing my 15 years of experience to you to give you an update on the current real estate market and to share with you 5 reasons why I believe this market is different than 2008. So one is when we looked at the market in 2000 to 2005, we saw prices going up at 8.5 to 12.5%, and that's not sustainable. What we were seeing from 2014 to 2020 in the Tampa Bay market is annual appreciation of 4.5 to 6.4%, which normal is 3.4. We've been bouncing around in the 4. So again, you can see that that's more a product of supply and demand and is more likely sustainable. Number 2 is that mortgage standards are much tougher today. I remember back in the 2005 era where if you could fog a mirror, you could get a mortgage. And I really saw people doing speculative buying. It was the paying a homeless person on Clearwater Beach to stand in line to buy a new construction, to flip it, to make money. Again, the fundamentals were not at all about wanting to own that property. And so what we're seeing now is with the higher standards, the people that I've seen buying for the last 6 years are people who fundamentally have an interest in holding that property, much less about flipping. Though there are people that do flip, they've priced in the after repair value to a market, and typically it's in the lower price points where for a first-time home buyer, that's a benefit because they don't have the money to bring our older homes up to standard here in the Tampa Bay area. The other thing is how many homes are for sale. So if we look back at what happened in 2000, 2005, we had more homes for sale than there was a demand. I mean, we had 8.5 months supply, which is heavily into the buyer's market. And so now you look at it, and again, we have an extended period of a shortage. Nationally, we only have a little over 3 months supply of homes for sale. However, here in the Tampa Bay area, when we analyze Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Sarasota, the 5 counties around here, we're typically under that 3-month inventory. Now, again, we'll watch that to see what happens. And we are seeing that at the higher price points, there is becoming a buyer's market. And that makes sense. One is we've seen the lack of jumbo mortgages right now. We're seeing people maybe more impacted by the stock market. And so again, it makes sense, and we can actually give you your specific neighborhood. But the other thing is to know, number 5 is that people are equity rich. Back in 2000 to 2005, people were using their homes like an ATM. And so things were going up and everybody was funding all kinds of things with it. And so when the market shifted, they were in over their heads. And in particular, a lot of people that had bought multiple properties and just couldn't find a way to keep them afloat. So now looking to today, we're seeing that 50% of homeowners currently have 50% or more equity in their home. At this moment, it may be an opportunity through refinance or some other things to weather this storm or have some options. But it's definitely not a situation where people are just walking away. The variables that we're watching, and nobody knows, nobody has a crystal ball, is how long is it going to take to get this coronavirus under control? How long is it going to take us to get to the other side? And then how quickly can we get people back to work? Those 3 things are going to determine where we go next. I can tell you that we will continue to watch the market. We will continue to give you information and reach out to me. We have the resources and the data to back this up to answer your questions. So again, if you've got questions, I'm happy to give you answers on what the market's really doing, and would implore you to get the facts and not just listen to news or other sources that maybe are more fear-based. I'm optimistic that when our leading financial institutions out there are predicting a V recovery, again, hoping that we get this under control quickly, we have strong fundamentals, and that would take us back into a delayed spring market, but moving forward. But as always, we will be here to bring you the facts and keep you posted. We are tracking the trends daily on what our local market's doing for each of those counties. So if you have questions, you can reach out to me and I would be glad to share that with you. Cyndee Haydon, Sandbars to Sunsets team with Future Home Realty, putting our experience to work for you. Feel free to give us a call at the number below. Have a great day.